came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took no risks. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? That haters, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, be like I'm on the way, huh? I think it's good. On the rest, watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play. From scrimmage, it's 2nd down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson. He fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Sponge! No! Rush in! Rush in! Go!
From the 44, Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
You must get tired of seeing me.
And the Cowboys first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Man up. 58, boy, 58. Mike, I got you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Hey, no. Tackles.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now here's Ross.
Come on.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jackson. Out to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw. 58 right there. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score Cowboys 10, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
48, Mike. 48, Mike.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Keep playing.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the gun, Jackson. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 39.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 54, 61. Match back.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They do it anyway.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch.
Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson looking deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here's Jackson to throw, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, Okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And a Cowboy first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
In your face.
Now Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson now. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down, Cowboys.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson will be hit and taken down at the 21. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Jackson down on 3rd down. And he's going to go down again. Jalen Ferguson, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And it's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
And a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Get to the flag. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check.
To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Jackson's pass, thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Draw play. Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 73 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer. This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applied. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves. Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run with Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Hey.
2nd and 6. And And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Okay, ready. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now he's forced out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Let's go, team. Come on. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 90 is the mic. I'm coming for it.
Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from 52 and this for the win. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Ravens, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
blame me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking.